that line of questioning any further, but that was kind of the point of my questioning on that regard.
Okay.
So we want to focus on most recent times. We had the hospitalization in September. My understanding was that you were, it was an involuntary hold placed based upon a request by police and by some family members. Is that correct?
No, by family members. They went to a judge in Ralls County, and then the police came over
and they were concerned about you potentially harming yourself or harming others at that time?
They said the family was worried about me, but they said the judge signed off on it. So they put me in handcuffs and put me in the back of a police car and took me down to MU.
Well, there, in some of the reports from your I did see something from it looks like I believe one of your family members mentioned that after your mother died, you'd have some issues with the circumstances of her death, I believe. Does that ever ring a bell for you?
The only questions I asked about her death was she spent her medical career fighting for everybody else's life, but it just seemed like she just kind of laid down and died.
Okay. So
I just, that was a question I had, and I asked the surgeon and the doctor that were there when we were in the waiting room, and they said she had MRSA on the back of her leg. They operated on it, and they said they were giving her medication basically to wait on a couple family members. Okay. So that was it. We all got to say our goodbyes, and then what I was looking for was more of the mirth, that, and then...
So in terms of your mother's health and what caused her to die, you were trying to piece together the puzzle pieces to maybe connect something to your health issues?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the rest of the family issues. That's what all the birth certificates are for.
And your family member also references some conspiracy type theory issues, or thinking people may be conspiring against you, or there's people out to get you or anything like that. Does that sound familiar?
The only thing I've ever said about that could be considered quote unquote conspiratorial would be, somebody who spends their entire career fighting for other people's lives and then just kind of gives up on their own. Well, then you start reviewing what the cause of death was and how things progressed, then it's nothing. Where the, what testing was needed for 5 different kids for 2 different parents at birth. That's not conspiratorial. That was based on Missouri statutes.
Okay. Now, with regard to your conditions, have they affected your ability to get along with others, generally? Get along with, let's say you're in the store. You said you keep to a certain path, right?
Yeah.
What if somebody stopped you and tried to talk to you on that path? Would that cause any disruption or cause any issue?
If it's brief, hey, how you doing? Sorry I'm in your way kind of stuff, I just let that go. But if somebody wants to talk about this weather and that stuff and involve a long conversation, I'm like, look, I gotta go.
Do you have a hard time generally interacting with people, hanging out, talking with them, generally socializing as a general concept, keeping and maintaining friendships?
Because of my job, I really have a chance to make friendships locally, but if I have, if I do talk to someone, it's, let's get to the point, because I'm already anticipating that I'm gonna,
Do you ever have issues with irritability or mood swings?
Just when I start feeling pain.
Okay.
When I start feeling pain, like right now, I want to go back to the hotel and go to bed.
Do you believe you could regularly show up to a job 5 days a week, 8 hours a day?
I believe I could regularly show up. I don't know how long I'd be able to stay and how good I'd be.
So you think you could maybe show up? Do you think there'd ever be days where the pain or the psychiatric symptoms would cause difficulty getting there on time?
Yeah.
Was that yes?
Yes.
If you were to show up to work, what kind of things would happen, or what do you envision could happen that would make you want to leave early or take a break?
Like in the insurance business, this door you just take it off the hinges. Everybody would